Dear viewers of Gntv, it is a beautiful afternoon of Tuesday, 30th of January 2024, and I'm ATUBANDIIZE taking you throughout today's bulletin of Gntv at 12, and we are proudly sponsored by New Ways Health Limited. Let's take a look at our headlines first.
In our today's top stories, Bicharas in Chota districts are not happy with the security authorities after posing quarantine unknowingly. Road traffic police issues road safety tips ahead of first term reporting of schools.
Term 2024, we anticipate increased traffic activities on the road. Our police thus reminds all parents, students, motorists, and the general public of the following road safety tips.
A 23-year-old Rwandese national dies on bus to Kisoro district. For this and more, stay tuned.
Our dear viewers of Gntv, welcome back from the headlines, and now let's have our news in details. In our today's top stories, the first Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Rebecca Aditwala Kadaga, applauded the Uganda People's Defence Forces for its steadfastness in fulfilling its constitutional mandate and pro-people policy. Honorable Rebecca Kadaga said this as Uganda People's Defence Forces was launching its regional Tarehe Sita anniversary in Buganda district. Let's take a look.
The first Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of East African Community Affairs, Honorable Aditwala Rebecca Kadaga, hailed the Uganda People's Defence Forces for its steadfastness in fulfilling its constitutional mandate and pro-people principle that has enabled it to become a regional stabilizing force.
Today is a great opportunity for me to officiate at the regional launch for the 43rd birthday of our army, the Uganda People's Defence Forces. Wano ebuyende headquarters. Sabiti eno ekikola kino kyetukola leero nekiyigulawo emikolo gya sabiti namba egidokolebwa EPDF okuva mu district ebugiri ebukweri ebuyende eganga eginda kaliro kamuliruka bayuge n'amayengo namutumba ekijasiti lunaku lukubino era twebaza katonda okisa okubaawo era twebaza UPDF mwebale kuyira gano kubanga emyaka 13 egibise bitwali eno era mwakola ebirimu bingi tugenda okwebaza okusoga nga bise emyaka 13. Celebrate the first struggle for unity, security and peace for socio-economic transformation. UPDF is celebrating its maturation from birth, but for its fundamental foundations, throughout its energetic usefulness of 43 years of age.
Right Honorable Kadaga made the remarks during the regional launch of the 43rd Tarehe Sita anniversary in Buyende district that will be held in Busoga sub-region under the theme celebrating the people's struggle for unity, security and peace for socio-economic transformation.
It is my singular honor as Chief of Defence Forces to welcome you, our distinguished guests, here today at Buyende district headquarters for the regional launch of the 43rd birthday of our People's Army, the Uganda People's Defence Forces. Tarehe Sita is an annual event that is celebrated by the Uganda People's Defence Forces in particular and the people of Uganda in general to commemorate the founding of a new Uganda. Earlier commemorations would be inside the barracks, and these achieved their cardinal objective of opening the barracks doors to the population. Subsequently, from the 24th anniversary, we did realize the need to subsequently take the barracks to the deep Olusoga Mwino Akua Wowa. Symbolically give back to the population through quick impact projects. Reaffirm the strategic link between us and the population. In the recent past, the UPDF has covered all regions of Uganda, with the last three being Greater Masaka, Kampala in 2021, Greater Elgon Sub-Region 2022, and Greater Mbarara Sub-Region 2023. And why Busoga Sub-Region now? UPDF started SIT activities and quick impact projects to be one way of continuously winning the people's hearts and minds. The event will also illuminate wealth creation efforts such as the 4 models, wetland utilization, parish development model, yoga programs, and general ideological and political work, especially among the youth and women groups.
She thanked the Uganda People's Defense Forces for returning to celebrate Tarehe Sita in the Busoga region after 13 years since they last held the anniversary in the region. Brigadier General Emmanuel Rashande said during the activities of the Tarehe Sita week, the UPDF will carry out environmental protection by planting trees, general public hygiene and sanitation, static medical and surgical teams, construction projects across the various districts of Busoga.
That you will sit with the leaders of the district and distribute to them. Allow me also to hand over this bed to you on behalf of Wazalendo Sacco, so that you will sit again and allocate these books to the districts that form the Busoga region. For the books also will be handed over to you on Monday, wherever you will be, and then we shall.
Abantu ba Busoga mwena mumpo mukisa guno ngemye ebirabo Wazalendo Sacco ya Uganda People's Defense Forces byatunaire abantu ba Busoga district ya Busoga ndona ikumendala ngani Jinja City erimu ngemye omugeni omukulu aida okubigemya abakulembeza ba districti bamande engeri gye bazigabanamu abiri ni mama chiti
ndikwenda kwebaza Wazalendo Sacco bana abasoga iwe abantu ba Wazalendo Sacco dino sente da iwe tida government ziba musako yobere de besondera kwe batoire bakatulize kwa abantu ba Busoga ebintu bino Norway chokura district donadele de Busoga bikirize ebitanda amakumi abiri bebatwaire bazaliraku mama kiti rukaga dona different dino digemereire era bidagabiwa buri district enda kufunaku twinda kusaba abakulembeze batyame babone ngerishi yo binatambula ito yanzisa ino utatola ngoko
At the same event, on behalf of Wazalendo Sacco, the Chief Executive Officer, Colonel Joseph Freddy Onata, said that as they are part of their corporate social responsibility function, which focuses on critical areas that affect the people, number one being health.
Kiseera kino mundikirize nkobe ekigambo kirala nti UPDF tenda okubayozayoza olw'okutuusa emyaka 43 nenda okusaba abantu b'ebuyende mukubire UPDF engalo eddamaanyi abakyala obugalo kirimbu bawulira mukubire UPDF nga tubayozayoza okutuusa emyaka 43 nga baweereza Uganda obulungi.
Let me take you back on the background of Tarehe Sita. Yesterday, you celebrated the Liberation Day. It was possible because there was Tarehe Sita when we started the beginning of the liberation of this country. This is what we are celebrating, and this is what you are launching today so that it can take place in the region, in this region. One, the environmental protection services and environmental security by planting trees in every district of Busoga. Two, the general public hygiene and sanitation, which will take place in the whole region.
Present at the launch were ministers, members of parliament from Busoga region, the Prime Minister of Busoga Kingdom, Dr. Joseph Muvawara, serving and retired generals, senior UPDF officers, members of sister security agencies, district leaders, among others. Asim, GNTV, at 12.
Thank you, Dzah, for that report. And then another news, the Uganda Traffic Police in Uganda has come out to offer road safety tips ahead of 2024 first-term reopening of schools as students are going back to school. And this is done so that they can reach their schools safely. While speaking to journalists, SP Michael Kananra, the Police Regional Officer Traffic Police, urged Ugandans to observe these road safety tips. Let's take a look.
As schools open for the first term 2024, the Uganda Traffic Police has anticipated increased traffic activities on the roads. Police thus reminding all parents, students, motorists and other road users to follow road safety tips. SP Michael Kananra, the police spokesperson for traffic and road safety, says that speed limits should be observed, exercise maximum discipline on roads, and be patient, and this will enable students and other pedestrians to cross. All children below the age of 12 must be accompanied by elders on motorcyclists. Motorcyclists that carry more than 2 children are strongly warned by the traffic police. He also warned all children transported on motorcycles to put on crash helmets that will help them to save their lives in case of accidents.
Term 2024, we anticipate increased traffic activities on the road. Our police thus reminds all parents, students, motorists, and the general public of the following road safety tips. To observe our speed limits, to exercise maximum discipline and patience to enable students and other pedestrians to cross. All children below the age of 12 must be accompanied by elders on motorcycles. Motorcycles that carry more than 2 children are strongly warned by the traffic police. All children transported on motorcycles are required to put on crash helmets. Children need not to be left alone while using roads. Parents, guardians, caretakers and teachers need to escort or accompany them, especially on busy roads. Drivers are strongly warned on carrying excess and interference to safe driving. Students are also advised to take buses, taxis, and border borders from recognized stages, use recognized motor vehicles for taxis with checked band to avoid conmen and kidnappers. Do not board a tinted vehicle or a strange motor vehicle. Take note of the registration number, plate of the motor vehicle or border before you board. And all pedestrians must walk while facing the oncoming traffic. Cross the roads at the zebra crossing where they are available. And before you cross the road, you are supposed to check right, check left, right, then cross if there is no any vehicle crossing. Do not run while crossing. Know the traffic signs and signals. Don't play on roads while and busy streets. Parents, ensure that your children know your contacts and emergency contacts of police. The school administration should also ensure that the shuttles are in good mechanical condition, and they should avoid carrying excess, and trucks must not be used to carry students either to trips or other destinations. The school shuttles should have caretakers in them to monitor the pupils who are being transported in these school shuttles. The school shuttles should also be branded with the name of the school for easy identification.
Zasimwe, GNTV at 12.
Thank you, Dza, for that report. And in more news, members of parliament from Buganda have warned that they would not allow any Mlalo to come to their land while addressing the press conference. Honorable Muwanga Chivumbi from Butambala said they heard that the Balalo were chased from Acholi and now they are heading to Buganda, which he says they won't allow it. We have more.
Not of late, but that is our history. That is how Buganda was able to grow from Afik lands to quite now, over the years, the mighty kingdom and nation we are. So we always welcome people who come and settle in here and make a positive impact. But we can only take so much. The land here is not elastic. Our hospitality cannot also be abused to an extent. Therefore, we will keep track of this issue and rally our people, because there are enormous pressures on land already in Uganda. We are the most densely populated part of Uganda, with huge land conflicts, huge land evictions. We cannot compound that with taking on more or less of people who are being chased from there. The people who are nomads must know nomadism had its time, and that time is past. It's a primitive behavior, and they should better settle. Their cattle is not the owner of all the grass in this world, that they will walk up to Alaska looking for green pasture for their animals. So we ask them to take our advice and go where they came from. Buganda this time may not be in a position, or we may not have the carrying capacity to take on that anymore. So you not be chased from Acholi, Langu, where, and come and settle here. No, we are going to move and mobilize our people accordingly to be on maximum alert, and it's an issue that is close to our heart. We will go big on it. The second issue that we want to go strong on this year is we are going to organize what we are called a Choto Chababaka in every constituency, to once again bring forth the issues that are so pertinent to the people of Central Region and maybe to the people of Uganda. Because quite often when we speak loud on some issues, the country normally follows suit. Uganda always leads the way. We are the biggest caucus in this parliament. We have the biggest population in this country. We are strategically located, and therefore we are going to leverage that in bringing forth the issues that are so critical to our nationhood in the Choto Chababaka. We'll talk about land evictions. We'll talk about climate change, especially the forest land and what is going on in the forest. We will talk about the inequitable sharing of national resources. For long we've cried that the parish development model, structured as it is at a parish level, one size fits all, is obviously somehow to an extent disadvantages the Central Region and other hugely populated region. We have spoken over there that they need to input in a population quota and take care of the population density. They've not heed our call. We are going to go in this Choto and do so. We are suffering huge amounts of immigrant workers. Most of the people who are in the diaspora, especially in the Arab world, come from Central region. We contribute the highest big number of people. We want to bring all those other issues at hand. Of course, we are going to bring back the question of power allocation in Uganda, power relation in Uganda. The authorities at central government, you've seen with huge resources at the center. All that the country is witnessing is a corruption. We believe it's high time we empowered regional government strong again. And we want to make a case for a strong regional government that have resources for which the Secretary to Treasury cannot recall at will. Today, some command at the district level remains at the collection account and controlled by the people are queuing to build a borehole, to dig a toilet, to whatever. Secretary to Treasury must assign some resources. We are saying, with this, all we've witnessed is massive corruption. So we are going to the country to rally again that effort for more power to go to regional. I will even take care here in Parliament to speak to other chairs of other caucuses to share some of these feelings on how we can strengthen local government, to take charge of land issues, to take charge of so many pertinent issues in their communities. So we are going big and to major on what the Baganda call federal. It is high time we brought it forthwith, and now I think the timing is proper and it's fitting. So we are going to go in each constituency. In the next couple of weeks, we will announce where. I've even undertaken, we have agreed, because we want to organize it in such a unique and profound manner. My constituency, my district, will organize the first of that Choto, because we want to give it the actual footing we want to see on the ground, and we want to see the actual vision to fruition. So we are going to be there in Butambala. I will announce the date. That's why we are going to have the first Choto, because it can't be so good and I start it everywhere. I want people to first see this is how it's going to be organized. Its output will be this way, and we are going to organize it in the next, not long, to not take more than 2 to 3 weeks. We will be organizing the first Choto, and we will now have very good speakers. We are going to rally this region. As the Sabasaja said, this is not time for Kubongota. So we are going to rally once again this region to that profound prominence that we always ought to do. So please, we invite you, the media, when we do so, to be there. The other issue we are going to do alongside the Choto is that we are going to organize, ours will be political leaders across the region for a one-day conference. We, as a caucus, we shall come up with the resources to mobilize that region, regardless of political feelings. Because you look on the political spectrum, our region is not faring very well. Be it in NRM, be it in FDC, be it in any other party, apart from NOP, where our brother Chagulan is a president. But we want once again to speak to our political leaders, ask the big questions, provide the big answers. And we need to share this together, irrespective of where you are, in terms of political affiliation or ideology. There are issues that are common to the people of Central Region, and you can help us carry them forward. We will organize a general meeting of members of parliament soon to rally them to support this endeavor. But these were resolutions that had been decided long time ago. We are only implementing them. So they are not new. The Choto issue, the Tavamiruka issue, the only new issue we have brought on board, which we are going to monitor so cautiously, is the issue of Balalo.
Tweheyo Ronald, GNTV at Parliament.
Thank you, Twehe Ronald, for that report from the Parliament. And in another news, a 23-year-old boy from Kisoro district died on a bus from Kampala to Kisoro, an incident that shocked both the residents and the passengers. James Tuizele died on a bus, and his body is now at Kabale Regional Referral Hospital for post-mortem analysis. This incident has shocked both the residents and the passengers. We have more.
Tragedy struck as a Rwandan national, James Tuizele, lost his life while on a horizon-bound bus traveling from Kampala to Kisoro district. The 23-year-old passenger, as indicated on his national identity card, died on a route after experiencing severe vomiting during the journey. According to Miss Magomu, an eyewitness to the incident, the deceased was brought onto the bus by an identified individual who covered the costs of his transportation. He further reveals that during the journey, Tuizele began experiencing severe vomiting, prompting bus staff to relocate him to the back seat to minimize inconveniences to other passengers. Magomu reported that upon reaching Tungamo municipality, passengers heard cries from fellow travelers indicating that someone had passed away on board. Subsequently, passengers requested the bus to stop at Kabale police station to report the incident before continuing.
Omusajja yabadde atudde kumpi nange yatandise n'asesema kati bano abadde bakozi ba baasi ne bamusika ne bamutwala emabega. Omutwala emabega kati ffe ng'omanyi ekiro tulo ne tutwala ne twebaka. Mbadde wa wenyini tulidde wano Ntungamo. Umaze nsaliwo kirato wali afidde mu baasi wali afidde mu baasi okutuusa Kisoro tubagamba balina okugenda ku poliisi tulipootinge tulabe ndowooza naye Kisoro Kabale naye bagamba nti waliwo yamuleese mu baasi naye yamuleese ng'oba ali mu mbeera enyinyini eyo tetumanyi naye omuntu tetutegedde oba ani amuleese namufera etiketi n'agenda.
In an phone interview, El Mate, the police spokesperson for the Kigezi sub-region, confirmed the incident. He says that the Horizon Bus Company registered the case at Kabale Central Police Station, prompting a swift response from the police. Mate also revealed that the deceased body was taken to Kabale Regional Referral Hospital for a post-mortem examination. El Mate assured that investigations into the matter have commenced, seeking to understand the circumstances leading to Inzele's ultimate dismiss.
This morning at Kabale police station, we received the sudden death report of one of the passengers who was on board on Horizon bus registration number UAM 218H. It's alleged that this passenger was brought on board at Kampala and he was traveling to Kisoro. But along the route, he started vomiting severely, and instead the bus officials reallocated him to the back seat of the bus. Unfortunately, when they reached Ntungamo area, he passed on. So these people decided to stop at Kabale police station at around 10 in the morning and registered this incident. When we checked on him, his national ID was in the names of James Tuizele, 23 years, and Rwandese by nationality. We have initiated inquiries.
The bus, registered as UAM 218H, arrived at Kabale Central Police Station at 10 a.m., where authorities promptly took charge of the situation. Despite the tragic incident, the bus management declined to comment on the matter. As authorities delve into the details surrounding the incident, passengers and the community at large are left in shock and mourning over the sudden loss of a young life during what was supposed to be a routine bus journey from Kampala to Kisoro. Za Asimwe, GNTV at 12.
Thank you, Desire, for that report. And then another news, residents and butcherers in Chotela district have showed their dissatisfaction with district officials for posing quarantine without informing them to prepare in time. It is said that in Chotela district there is the outbreak of foot and mouth disease. Let's take a look.
I'm your friend, I'm the brother of Bamoyana, Badi Bamoyana. I know that you're your friend. So right now we are very bad to remove bad situation. To have mzee, to tell the nyama Chotela smewa wakunyigira nze mtana muganda Badi Bamoyana nziro mwana ngomya mstate house mtashali fumbuga. Abantu bano begayira basonyi we na fefe nyini bu business bu good day tukatuma Urban Town. Abantu bagenda kwetemula Nemze sasira okusinzira ku kicho from beginning up to end. Thanks a lot.
Ono nyambadde kyuma wano wendya sina wala wenkola kiwe sobola kufuna kasente wala kati mutugaddewo bwe mutawala aliseeko mutabuliddeko sente zaffe tuzitadde mu bisolo kati ezimu za loan kati tugenda kuzijja wese tuli mu loan batugambye bugambi tubatu just kutugwako bugwamangu ago kweli kisinzo okusoboka ekintu ekyo nabo obeera
nga batusuddeko ebintu nga tebamala tulabika ate nga abaana tugenda bazza ku masomero mbutuufu bandiyambe ne tukola kuba abantu webanga bulwadde abantu baba balina obanyonyola obulwadde ne tumanya naye naku ebbaluwa bagiwandiika dda naye ffe kituguddeko bo batulaga nti bijjo babimanyiiko niffe nga tetubimanya ate nga wano wetufunaako okulya n'abaana baffe wetubajja sente tuzikozesa tubadde twakamala okusuubula ebintu emirimu bagigadde omuwendo
tetugamba naye kalusu batwadde kutuwoni yonna okuva kugundi musobola n'amagembe tatwadeko baluwaesimu yazijjako talabikako katukole twazirese etuzijja mu malungu
tetulina kyetumanyi sente zakwewola
zitewa
temukkirizibwa
tetubola tulifunye ku makya etuzijja mu malungu wala tuzijjayo ntanta muke
tetulina kiwandiiko kyonna kitutopinga nti oba kino
nebiraku ekyo zamalungu tuziyise eki zifiire wenja tuzireke sente batufuna okulabulwa obeto nkoto natte muleta ante no kuweru nese tuzewo seza government tuzamaba
tagambe baloni nti nti nedda nti ziri mu lufula musawo tetumulaba tuulira masimu temusala tetumanyi kigenda mu maaso sente za aloni zetukozesa zirimu amabanja sente ziddayo
omusawo yani
nesawa zonto tukyakola
kubaffe bajja mose
tebatugambye nti oba wiiki 2 oba wiiki tetumanyi fenna tetumanyi kidda ku saawa zino tukedde ku makya mu lufula yaffe yekyotera nga batugamba nti olwaleero tewali kusala ate nga tujjukira bulungi wiiki 2 emabega era tubadde mu karantini nga tewali kusala esaawa zino fenga gwe mulimo gwaffe naffe mwe tujja akasente osegedde tuyina okuza abaana mu masomero tuyina zironisi osegedde esaawa zino bwogamba ti tetuddamu kusala nga totuwadde wadde akawandiiko akalayini 2 nga tewatutegeezeza just ovudde embuliri bwonotuga temugenda kusala mutuufu naffe omulimo gwaffe bagubalemu amagezi tulabike nga tukola kuba naffe tuli bannayuganda ng'abalala ensonga batugamba mu busimaya waliwo kalusu simaya kalusu ife kubanga tetumanyi na nsonga kubanga esaawa zino kubanga ffe tetugana kalusu kubaawo naye ensonga ya kalusu tetulina kiwandiiko kyonna kiva mu ba DVO kituvaawa era tusaba omukulu DVO ekitulese wano ku disitulikiti okujja okumanya ensonga what exactly ekitusibiza era naddi okitegere omusawo atukulira atutwala mu lufula talina kye yatugambye just yeekwese bwekwese naye ebintu byemwogera tebikyakwa omuntu bwako wawumula obuyita yamaali waffe stopinga eyuddawa tewali nga abatali bantu tetwalibadde tulina kusooka kumanyisibwa naye tuze tuguluba ne maali yaffe tugikuba essaawa zino omuntu ajja kuva eri akube bukubi ssimu agaye nti temukola leero nga tetumumanyi ente bweziri gavumenti tibanaye temukola naye tukole omanyi bbanga
kakati bwe bamala okutugamba ekyo ne batugamba nti kino kitegeeza nti okutambuza ente embuzi n'endiga n'ebyo ebiva mu bisolo ebyo kuwereddwa okutuusa nga waliwo ekijja okutambuza kitegeeza tetusobola kutambuza nyama, tetusobola kutambuza maliba, tetusobola kutambuza busa, tetusobola kutambuza mata n'ebirala ebifaananako
okuva nga 19 wabaddewo okwetegereza era nakati mbadde mufuluma mbadde sirina kyenkola mu ofiisi tembadde nnyumya anza nakisibu kimanyi bulungi nnyo nti bwe obulwadde obuva mu nnyama ne bukwatwa muki naye buno obulwadde obwakalusu tebukwata ki muntu naye eggwanga liri mu transition okutandika okutunda ennyama mu butale bwebweru mwekana kinjaki omuntu ali mu mulimu gwalina okugwama n'okuguwa ekitiibwa naye bwe mwagenda mu mulimu ogwo ne mufuna babuloka ne batandika okukola omulimu gwammwe nga temumanyi okugeza njala kubuuza kumwenawo nali supply wa Serona
bino ebigambo byempulidde tinaffe kyotera mweri mu disitulikiti ya 25 bituufu oba si bituufu ati chairman bituufu ebbaluwa yava ku ministry ng'eragira nti disitulikiti ya 25 zonna bazisibe tiwali kukkiriza kuddamu kukola ki naye nga ngamba nti okutambuza byonna yabyogedde nebizere byokusala nabingambo kakati nangamba genda obuuze DVO nenkubira Dr. Rutaya
za asimwe GNTV at 12.
Thank you, Desire, and that report brings us to the end of our today's bulletin. But before we wind up, let's first look back at our headlines.
In our today's top stories, Butchers in Chota districts are not happy with the security authorities after posing quarantine unknowingly.
Bino ebigambo byempulidde tinaffe kyotera mweri mu disitulikiti ya 25 bituufu oba si bituufu.
Road Traffic Police issues road safety tips ahead of first term reporting of schools.
Term 2024, we anticipate increased traffic activities on the road. Police thus reminds all parents, students, motorists, and the general public of the following road safety tips.
A 23-year-old Randi national dies on bus to Kisolo district.
Omusajja oyo abadde atudde kumpi nange natandise n'asesema kati bano abadde bakozi ba baasi ne bamusika ne bamutwala emabega.
For this and more, stay tuned.
Of Gntv, thanks for being part of us from the time we started to the time we are coming to the end of our today's bulletin. I'm ALLIAN ATUBANDIIZE, Gntv at 12, and up next is a lunch hour service at King of Kings Church. Please come and attend. Good afternoon.